Hello and welcome to the Tarkus Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're playing Palworld and my new build here is in front of me. Now I did a previous video yesterday that I was showing you the build and whatnot. I was on a private dedicated server. Actually, it was the second private dedicated server I had joined because the first private dedicated server I had built on never came back up. Same thing with yesterday. Private dedicated server, I thought it was going to be up for a while, went down, has yet to come back up. So what Tarkus had to do was rebuild his entire build, and he's done it on an official public server. Now I'm on North American server 0095. 95 is the end of, so it's North American 95, no other digits in front of it. So last night I had to rebuild my entire build on this new public server. Now the other thing, when I went to choose the public server, I wanted to find one that was a day one server, meaning it had just powered up. Like when I was looking in the list, I sorted it by days. This server was 1 day old, so it was open just yesterday. And it seems like the newer one-day servers attract new players like flies because the whole server got filled quick. And if you run around this map and check people's builds, they're everywhere. I mean, there's everywhere. It's like you can't go anywhere without this somebody building. So I chose the same exact spot as the older build that I showed you yesterday. So my suggestion to you is, unless you know the people on a private dedicated server and you have a way to make sure that they bring the server back up, or they're promising you that it will be up, then don't join them. Don't join a private dedicated server because you're just going to spend hours and hours, and then it just will be down, and then you can't play on it anymore. So the official server I'm on, like I said, is 095 North America. You can join me here. I've got my 2 signs out. I built this entire building just last night. Got my signs out, just giving my information. I think I've got maybe 9 hours into this build. This build's a little different than the build I showed you yesterday. I just gave it a little bit more openness, less janky. It's a cleaner design. Let me just put it that way. This is a cleaner design. I've got all my pals working on this one floor. I made it this big because I wanted an area for expansion. You know, I want to be able to expand when I get newer build workstations and things that I need to build. I got plenty of room down here to expand so that the workers still remain on the same floor. Everyone's doing great. I've had no injuries. I don't have depression. I don't have hunger issues. These guys are doing their thing. Actually, I can replace that. I ended up getting this this PAL so that it was the only PAL I could find last night that actually worked a stone. But I just, that stone area, I just picked up 2 of the boars though. So I'm going to pull that guy out. He's a little slow. Actually, I don't need much stone. So I'm just, so if you're starting early on, here's a tip for you. Just try to get one of these boars because they're just OP when it comes to working the stone area. Actually, let me go to build and just give you the stone pit. That's what it's called. Now the logging site, I usually have my green little monkey guys just working it, but I had a person walk by yesterday, came up to my build, and they dropped me this PAL. They were 40th level. They came into my building, said hello, and they gave me this one. And it's a 39 level PAL, and it just works amazing because it's a nature PAL, and it will do the wood area, and it will do the berry area for me too. Now I did notice that it just likes to sleep on the ground. It just flops over and sleeps on the ground during the nighttime, so I'm not really sure. And as you can see, I'm getting a little jankiness with the server. The server has been 100% full at all times. So I get a little bit of that lag or that rubber banding every once in a while. And it's got to do with the number of people on the server. Because late last night around 5 a.m., there was only like 9 of us on, and I wasn't getting any of the rubber banding. So I've got a lot to do here with decor. I mean, I haven't gotten into it because I'm still low level. That's the thing is, I am low level. I had to start the process over again. And so I'm only 11th level. So I've got to get, I think I was up to 16th level on my other guy on that private server. And I would just suggest that if you want to make sure that you're, I got to get some coffee in me. Here we go. I just got up, get some coffee in me. My suggestion is if you want a server that's going to be up and you're not going to be wasting your time, then you want to go to an official public server that's designed or up made by the development people. So this is the new tower. It's a little cleaner. It's got a cleaner design. Now that I understand the building interface better, I'm able to do this cleaner design. So this is the bottom part of that tower. You can go outside here and walk around the edge. Look down there. See, every once in a while you'll get the stutter step. It's not as bad as my nightmare frustration video that I made where I was getting rubber banding all the time. They seem like they have fixed that problem. I mean, at least it's playable, right? And this is the very top of the tower. Looking down. So I can see, I mean, it's nighttime, but I've got an amazing view from up here. Just an amazing view. I was thinking of maybe doing another tower on the side, like a more what I want to say. What I want is to do like maybe a 4x4 tower. Like this is, I think this is a, what's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 4x5 tower. I wanted it to look like spacious. You know what I mean? But I was thinking of making just like a watchtower. You know, a little smaller. Well, it'd be a 2x2. Actually, what is what it would be. So everything here is more clean. It doesn't have the multiple tiers and the weird roof angles that I had made before on that other build. It's just a cleaner concept where it's just for utility reasons, right? I mean, so that I have my pals on the same floor, and if I really had to, if I expand so much, I could expand them up into this room here. And this is pretty open too. If I had to. I mean, I don't think I'll need to. I mean, I always could push walls out at the bottom. So I'm getting the bar set up here. I haven't gotten the plant decor yet, so I can't put that down. But overall, this server is doing well for me. I've got to get another one of these. What my biggest problem has been is getting that. Let me go over to this crate here that I've got here. Whoop. Yeah, I get that rubber banding every once in a while, that lag step. So what I'm looking for is, I don't have any on me, or did I put it in? It's a fluid. It's a PAL fluid. Oh, here it is. I gotta get at least 2 more PAL fluids. There's only certain PALs that drop it, so it's been really hard. I mean, it's been difficult finding them. I mean, last night I went out and just grind and grind, just make my first spring, because you need that fluid to make it. It's you need 10 of them. So I need at least 4 more. So I'm not hurting in any, like, look at how much wood I've got, 624. Look how much stone I've got. And I haven't gone out and gotten it. My pals have actually done all that process for me. Everything, every basic, like there's 114 already in here. And I had just barely were here to empty it. And what I've done here, and here's a little tip for you, is put your box in between them. So you can just grab the material and just put it in the box. So you have it. Got my bed here out in the open. Oh, they made the cloth for me. So even having the workbenches here in the corner, those guys will come over and work them. I got to get one of those syndicate guys. I was saying in my other video, oh, I can make 91 of them. I was saying in my other video, the syndicate, the humans there, they're pretty awesome when it comes to working your workstation. Anytime I get food, I put it in this hopper, so I just throw it over there if I've got it. So right now, my pals will not be hungry for a long time because I've got the 558 berries. They'll eat the eggs, they'll eat the bread, they'll eat the meat. Anytime I pick up food, I throw it in there. Now, I could be cooking the berries. I guess I could get rid of the wool guy, because the thing is you gotta decide what you need for resources. So the wool, I don't need much more wool for right now, so I'll go in here and I'll pull the wool pal out. Well, geez, what can I add to the workforce? I mean, if I wanted to cook the berries, then I guess I could move this out, or if I wanted more stone, or if I wanted more eggs. Let's pull one of the, let's pull that guy down. I don't need this guy. I like just running the dire howl, or I call it the wolf. I like running that as my primary. So now I've got 2 of those boars working that stone. Eventually I'm going to get to a point where I'll unlock the stone walls and the stone floors, so I'll need the stone. But those guys are just OP when it comes to, look at how fast they generate the stone. So if my suggestion to you is get these guys early. If you can find them, get them. Today was the first day I found them on the map. I mean, I searched the map. Look at the map. I mean, I've been all over the place. I was just looking for the PAL fluid. So I started up here at the top. And then you've got to go and walk to all these key spawn transport locations so that you can get around the map. I didn't get this one. I didn't get to the top of that hill. But today I'll get this one. And then I'll work my way down into this area, I believe, to unlock that, and to get up into this area to unlock that. But the server itself has a high population. I mean, there's a lot of people playing on the server. Overall, I'm enjoying myself, even with the little bit of lag that I've been getting. I actually, honestly, have gotten used to it. I mean, I have just gotten used to it at this point. I don't even notice. I mean, I notice it happens, but it's not like freaking out that, you know, what's going on. I can work around the little bit of stutter step that the server is giving me. But this is my new build. This is my new home. I think I'll be here for a while. As long, the original public server I was on when I first started on day 1 never came back up. It never came back up. So I'm hoping that, you know, they've got their stuff together. The development or the game gods have got their stuff together, that these servers are going to stay up. But look how cool this building looks. I mean, I put some thought into it. I mean, I put a lot of thought into it before I started building it. You can see it from a distance. And what I love about this location, if you're starting this game and you're thinking, well, geez, I need a good starting space. Now, if you can find an area that's right next to the berries, that gets you an early start with your pals not starving. And that was what was great about this, is I'm right in the berry field. It's a flat location, and I was able to collect all the berries so that I could feed my pals, and as long as they're happy and fed, they're going to perform. And then here's another tip for you is early on what I did is I made my floor first. I think this one is 8 by 8, and what I did early on, and this is key, get 2 of these monkey pals, get 2 of them, get at least 1 water pal. And in this case, I ended up going with this one. This is the best water pal, I think, the flying blue thing here. This is the best one because, as you can see, it also, in between watering, will put your items in your box for you. So this is a great one to have. I did have the little elephant for a while, but it's not as good. But start off with 2 of the monkeys, 1 of the water pets, and get your field down. Get your berry field down. And then once you've got at least 1 berry field going, and these guys auto working it, then it's you're smooth sailing from there because you've got a food source coming in at all times that you don't have to worry about. And you only need 2 of them going early on. So I've only been running these 2. So early, first thing you should think about is get your plantation down, get 2 of the monkeys, get 1 water, so that it just becomes an auto process that you never have to worry about. They'll put the berries automatically into the hopper for you, so you don't have to worry about that. So it becomes an automated process, and then your pals are never hungry, ever. Now I'm always hungry because I'm always running around doing things. I notice with this game, the more you do, the more hungry, how quickly hungry you become. So that was one of the things that I was like, why am I always hungry? It's because when I built this monstrosity of a building, I was hungry all the time. It's because the game basically makes you hungry the more activity you do. And I've only been eating berries. That's the other thing about it. I'll get into the cooking. I should be cooking some berries. Let's, oh, actually, that's the furnace. Don't want to deal with the furnace. I got my fire pit. Actually, I should, the key is this is another tip for you. Don't put your fire pit out and about because your pals will catch on fire. Always put it in a kind of a remote location, but not too remote where your fire pit can't get to it to cook your food. So I'm going to go to the berries. I'm going to go to, I'm going to tell it to make me 101. Now, even if you don't have a fire pit running this, they will still cook, but it will be at a very slow process. So if you just queue up 101, it will auto cook them for you without a fire pit being on the, oh, this guy's doing my cloth. You are a good boy. So when I pull the fire pit out, which I am going to do, I got to get a better fire pit. I had this amazing fire pit in my last build, and it was amazing. It was like this big creature. It worked fast. So as you can see, it went over there and started doing the fire stuff. So now, see how quickly he's now cooking those berries. Look how quickly it is. And those are the berries that you want to carry around with you and eat, because they just will give you, they'll give you more bang for your buck. So that fire pit is not so far away where that pal can't see it. You know what I mean? So it's all working smoothly. This is my new home, and really I'll show you some more video once I get further into the tech tree. Once I get higher level, I'll be able to show you more about this game. But my biggest thing is I'm constantly starting over, because my mistake was I thought the private servers that I was on was going to be up, and then because I didn't really trust the public servers, because the one I started with never came back up. So cross my fingers. Hopefully this will stay up. Thank you for joining me, and this has been the Tarkus Zone.